The city was louder than usual that day. Screens filled the streets, showing the same news again and again. For the first time in human history, alien visitors were openly walking on Earth. People stopped, stared, cheered, and feared all at once. No one knew what would happen next. Among the crowd stood a quiet human man. He did not shout. He did not record videos. He only watched. His name was not important to the world. He was an ordinary man with an ordinary life. He had come only because everyone else did. Still, something in his chest felt heavy, as if this moment was meant only for him. A large alien ship hovered above the city. Light moved across its surface like flowing water. Then the visitors appeared. Tall figures. Strange shapes. Calm movements. They were not hostile, but they were not friendly either. They simply observed. Then she stepped forward. She looked almost human. Too human. Smooth skin. Soft eyes. Long silver hair that caught the light. The crowd went silent. She did not look at the leaders. She did not look at the soldiers. Her eyes moved slowly through the crowd, searching. And then she saw him. The human man felt it instantly. A strange pressure. Like being watched from very close. He lifted his head, and froze. Her eyes locked onto his. The world around him seemed to fade. The noise dropped. The crowd disappeared. There was only her. Walking toward him. Calm. Confident. As if she already knew he would not run. People stepped aside without knowing why. No guard stopped her. No weapons were raised. It was as if the moment itself allowed her to pass. The man's heart started to race. He told himself this was nothing. Aliens were new. Everything felt unreal. Of course it felt strange. She stopped right in front of him. Up close, her face showed no threat. No anger. Only something deeper. Something old. She leaned in slightly and spoke in a soft voice. "Do you recognize me?" The man shook his head. "I think you made a mistake," he said. His voice was tense. Careful. Her lips curved into a small smile. Not happy. Not sad. Just knowing. Then she said his childhood name. Not his adult name. Not the one on his records. But the name only one person used when he was a boy. A name from a small house, in a quiet street, from a time he had almost forgotten. His breath stopped. No one around them reacted. They did not hear it. But for him, the word hit like a strike to the chest. "That's not possible," he whispered. Her eyes softened. "You always said that when you were scared," she replied. Memories flashed through his mind. A fence between two houses. A girl who never talked to others. Long afternoons. Strange questions. Eyes that watched the sky too often. He stepped back. "You're not real," he said. "You can't be." She did not follow. She simply waited. Patient. "I was real then," she said. "And I am real now." Security finally noticed something was wrong. Soldiers began to move. Voices rose. Orders were shouted. The alien woman turned away from him and faced the leaders of Earth. Her voice became official. Cold. Controlled. "We come in peace," she announced. But before leaving, she looked back at the man one last time. "This world has forgotten us," she said quietly, "only for him. But I never forgot you." Then she walked away. The man stood frozen as the crowd exploded into noise again. Cheers. Questions. Fear. But none of it mattered. Because he now knew one thing. Aliens were not strangers. They had been watching humanity for a very long time. And somehow, they knew him. The man did not sleep that night. Every time he closed his eyes, the same memory returned. A small house. A narrow street. The sound of children playing far away. And a quiet girl standing behind a fence, watching the sky as if she was waiting for something to come down from it. He had never told anyone about her. Not his parents. Not his friends. Not even himself. Yet the alien woman knew his childhood name. She knew his fear. She knew words he had not heard in decades. That was not luck. That was not a trick. The next morning, the city was under lockdown. News channels spoke non-stop about peace, danger, and the future of Earth. Alien ships still floated in the sky like silent eyes. The man stayed inside his small apartment, trying to think. Trying to deny everything. But denial felt weak now. A soft sound came from outside his door. Not a knock. More like a polite signal. His body went cold. He opened the door slowly. She stood there. No guards. No weapons. No threat. Just her. I followed the memory of you, she said calmly. It was easy. You can't be here, he replied. They will see you. They already know, she said. They allowed this. That frightened him more than anything. He let her in. The room felt smaller with her inside. She looked around with quiet interest, touching nothing. You lived simply, she said. You always did. He turned to face her. Why are you doing this? She met his eyes. Because you looked at me today the same way you did back then. Confused. Honest. Afraid. He swallowed. That doesn't explain how you know my past. She raised her hand slowly. On her wrist, the skin shifted. Light moved beneath it, forming symbols that hurt his eyes to look at. I was sent to observe, she said. Long before humanity believed in stars beyond stories. You were a child, he said. Yes, she replied. I needed to be. Memories broke open inside him. The girl who never aged. The way she asked strange questions. Why humans cried. Why they lied. Why they hoped. She lived next door, he whispered. You lived next door. She nodded. I was told not to bond, she said. But you talked to me anyway. He remembered bringing her water when she sat outside too long. Sharing food. Sitting in silence. I thought you were lonely, he said. I was, she answered. Because I could never tell you the truth. He stepped back. So my life was studied? Yes, she said. But not just yours. Fear rose in his chest. Then why me? Her voice changed. Softer. Because when others saw a strange girl, you saw a person. Silence filled the room. She turned toward the window, looking at the alien ships above the city. The galaxy is watching Earth now, she said. Judging. Measuring. And, he asked. They believe humans are weak, she replied. Too emotional. Too divided. He laughed once. Dry and bitter. They might be right. She turned back to him. They are wrong. Before he could ask why, a sharp sound echoed in the sky. A warning signal. Her body stiffened. They are calling me, she said. They do not like how long I have stayed. He felt something tighten inside him. Will you come back? She hesitated. Just for a moment. That depends, she said. On what kind of species humanity truly is. She moved toward the door, then paused. When you were a child, she said, you told me humans could surprise anyone who looked down on them. He looked at her, confused. I don't remember saying that. She smiled. You did, she said. And the galaxy is about to find out if you were right. Then she was gone. And the man was left alone with a terrible truth. His childhood was not just a memory. It was evidence. The world changed faster than the man could understand. Within days, alien structures appeared around major cities. Not weapons. Observation towers. They floated silently, watching everything. Government spoke of cooperation, but fear moved through the streets like a living thing. The man was taken from his apartment under quiet orders. No handcuffs. No force. Only polite voices and serious faces. They brought him to a secure building where screens covered the walls. They want answers, an official said. You are part of something bigger. He already knew that. Hours later, she appeared again. This time not alone. Other aliens stood behind her. Taller. Colder. Their eyes showed no curiosity, only judgment. She is compromised, one of them said. She formed an emotional bond. The alien woman did not deny it. She followed protocol for decades, another voice said. Until now. The man looked at her. She avoided his eyes. She lived beside me, he said. As a child. That was the mission, the alien leader replied. Infiltration through observation. Anger rose inside him. You used her. She volunteered, the leader said. To understand humanity from the inside. The woman finally spoke. I was not used, she said. I chose. She turned to the man. I needed to see humans before power, before fear. I needed truth. And what did you find? He asked. She looked around the room. A species full of contradiction. Cruel and kind. Weak and strong. The alien leader stepped forward. The galaxy believes humanity will fail. The words felt like a sentence. They believe humans cannot unite under pressure, the leader continued. That you will destroy yourselves before you threaten anyone else. The man laughed softly. You're wrong. The aliens turned toward him. You hide, he said. You test from a distance. Humans face their fears head-on. Even when they break, they stand again. Silence filled the room. The woman's eyes widened slightly. That is why, she said slowly, Earth's judgment is not finished. The leader frowned. Explain. She reminded me of something, the woman continued. Human strength does not come from ships or weapons. It comes from choice. A large screen lit up. Images of human disasters played. People helping strangers. Standing together. This is not weakness, she said. This is resilience. The alien leader studied the footage. The council will not be convinced by emotion, it said. Then show them results, she replied. The man felt a strange fire inside his chest. Give us a chance, he said. Judge us by what we do next. A long pause followed. Finally, the leader spoke. There will be a trial. A trial, the man repeated. A test, it clarified. A crisis created beyond your control. Fear gripped him. And if we fail? The alien did not answer. The woman stepped closer to the man. This was always coming, she said softly. I tried to delay it. He looked at her. By coming to me? Yes, she admitted. Because I believed in you. Before he could reply, alarms echoed through the building. Red lights flashed. The leader turned sharply. They have arrived early. Who? The man asked. The woman's face hardened. Those who believe humanity should never have been given a chance. The screens changed. Massive alien fleets appeared near Earth's orbit. Not observers. Invaders. The leader spoke one final time. Now we will see what humans truly are. The man stared at the image of the approaching fleet. And for the first time in his life, he understood. The universe was watching. And humanity was on trial. The sky above Earth burned with light. Alien fleets filled the darkness of space, their ships like sharp shadows cutting through the stars. Satellites went silent one by one. Panic spread across the planet faster than any warning system could control. World leaders shouted orders. Armies moved. Weapons were prepared. But the truth was clear. Human technology was not enough. Inside the command center, the man stood beside the alien woman. Screens showed cities below, people running, families holding each other. Fear was everywhere, but something else was rising with it. Defiance. These fleets were not meant to be seen, the alien leader said. They wished to erase you quietly. The man clenched his fists. Then they don't understand humans. The alien woman turned to him. This is the moment, she said. The moment they will remember. Human pilots launched into space knowing they could not win. Engineers worked until their hands bled. Civilians opened shelters, shared food, and refused to hide alone. No one waited for orders. This is chaos, the alien leader said. This is choice, the woman replied. The enemy fleet fired the first shot. A human defense ship was destroyed instantly. Silence followed. Then something unexpected happened. Human ships did not retreat. They moved forward. They're charging, the alien leader said, confused. They know they may die, the woman answered. But they go anyway. The man watched pilots speak calm final words to their families. No panic. No surrender. They are afraid, the alien leader said. Yes, the woman replied. And they act anyway. The invading fleet hesitated. A small human ship broke formation and moved directly toward the largest alien vessel. Its weapons were weak. Its shields nearly gone. The man leaned forward. What are they doing? The woman's voice was soft. Buying time. The human ship overloaded its core. The explosion lit space like a newborn star. The blast damaged the enemy command vessel. Shock rippled through the alien fleet. They sacrificed themselves, the leader said slowly. On purpose. All for each other, the woman replied. On Earth, the act spread like fire. People cried, but they also stood taller. More volunteers came forward. More ships launched. The alien observers whispered among themselves. This species should have broken, one said. They grow stronger under threat, another replied. The man turned to the alien leader. You wanted a test. This is our answer. The leader remained silent. Suddenly, human signals filled space. Civilian ships joined the fight. Mining vessels. Cargo haulers. Anything that could fly. They have no chance, an alien observer said. The woman shook her head. They already won. The invading fleet began to pull back. Retreat signals echoed through space. They are withdrawing, the leader said, stunned. Not because humans were stronger. But because they were something worse. Unpredictable. The leader looked at the man. Your species is dangerous. The man met its gaze. We protect our own. The alien woman smiled, for the first time, openly. The remaining alien ships vanished into deep space. Earth was wounded, but alive. The trial was over. And humanity had passed. But the cost was heavy. The man looked at the stars, knowing this was not the end. The universe had learned something new. Never underestimate humans. Especially when they stand together. The battle was over, but the silence that followed felt heavier than the fighting. Earth slowly returned to breath. Fires burned in cities. Ships drifted as broken shadows in space. Names of the fallen were spoken everywhere. Humanity had survived, but it had paid a price that would never be forgotten. The man stood on a high platform overlooking the city. The alien woman stood beside him. For the first time since she arrived, she looked tired. "You should not be here," he said quietly. "They will fear you now." "They already do," she replied. But fear is not the same as judgment. Above them, new alien ships appeared. Different from before. Slower. Open. Peaceful. The council had arrived. The alien leaders gathered in the sky, their voices carried across the planet in every human language. "Humanity," the voice said, "you were tested." The man felt anger rise. "Tested," he muttered. "We were attacked." The alien woman heard him. "Yes," she said. "And you answered." The council continued. "You were believed to be fragile. Divided. Easy to control. But you chose sacrifice over survival of the self." Images appeared in the sky. Human ships charging forward. Civilians helping strangers. Pilots smiling before the end. "These actions cannot be measured by power," the council said. "Only by character." The alien woman stepped forward. "I request permission to speak," she said. The council paused. Then agreed. She turned to the humans below. Her voice was clear and strong. "I lived among you as a child," she said. "I watched you fall. I watched you rise. And I chose to believe in you." Murmurs spread across the crowd. "You asked why humanity deserves a future," she continued. "This man is the answer." She gestured to him. "He saw me when I was nothing," she said. "He showed kindness when no one was watching. That is what humans do." The council spoke again. "The observer's bond has influenced her judgment." "Yes," she replied. "And it saved a world." Silence followed. Then the council made its decision. "Earth will be protected," the voice declared. "No empire will claim it. No fleet will threaten it. Relief washed over the planet. And one more thing," the council added. "Humanity will be known by a name." The man looked up, confused. "In our records," the council said, "species are named by their defining trait." The alien woman smiled. "You will be called," the council announced, "the ones who stand." The word spread through every system in the galaxy. The man felt his chest tighten. The alien woman turned to him one last time. "I must leave," she said softly. "My role is over." He nodded. "Will we meet again?" She looked at him the same way she did long ago, behind a small fence on a quiet street. "You already changed the universe," she said. "That is enough." She stepped back as light surrounded her. Before she vanished, she spoke his childhood name again. But this time, the whole galaxy heard it. And for the first time, that name did not belong to one man. It belonged to humanity. Because the universe would never forget the species that refused to bow.